What's up, everyone? It's Monday, which means it's another week in the Big Brother 22 house. As we are down to our final 6, it will become the final 5 on Thursday. But first, who will be the person who leaves in 6th place? We've got lots of game updates to go through, guys, so welcome to your live feed update. If you are new around here, guys, please hit the subscribe button and also click the like button, and you can hit the bell icon to get notified every single time a new upload goes live. The house guests had some boozy times on Saturday night, as on the morning Memphis and Christmas were waking up and just chatting about the nice night they'd had previously after a little bit of booze, a bit of drinking going on in the house. Obviously, when the booze gets flown, people let sort of loose a little bit and sometimes slip secrets. I don't really think that really happened that much in Big Brother UK. When that was on, they were allowed to drink booze virtually every single night. So it's a rare occasion in Big Brother US, and I think it's for the reason of they would just spill way too many alliances and secrets, and essentially it would ruin the strategy essence of the game by letting people to do so, and it would influence it way too much. But just as a little fun fact there, guys, in Big Brother UK, it was boozy times every single night because there was pretty much no strategy involved. In yesterday's video, guys, we talked about how Nicole is pretty much the only house guest who has a vote this week who is actually leaning towards keeping Tyler around, but it seems as though she has switched up now and she has jumped on board with everything else, because she, in the morning, was complaining to Cody how much of a snake Tyler is and how he has to go this week no matter what. I think if anyone can essentially, you know, using the snake anecdote, slither out of this situation, it's going to be Tyler, but we'll see what he can do as the week goes on. Cody reassured Nicole, telling her that Christmas will go next week and Tyler will go this week, so let Christmas enjoy this week. But Nicole was very sceptical about the way that Tyler had been going on. She is worried that Tyler has got into Enzo's ear and persuaded Enzo that Nicole and Cody are this big duo who are controlling the game, so the best thing would be to take out Christmas instead of Tyler. Lots and lots of paranoia going on, and that's what you would expect, especially when allies have to turn on each other no matter what. We've been waiting for this weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and it's finally hit, guys. And no matter even if Tyler or Christmas gets taken out this week, it's still going to be cutthroat as the weeks go on, because people have to turn on close allies. Nicole established her gameplay to the camera. She looked at the camera and said that her strategy from here on out is to make people think that she doesn't have absolutely anyone around her. She is totally stranded, she is isolated, she is ostracized by herself, thus she is playing a sort of essential lone wolf thing, when we know she's not. She's tight with Cody, and she just wants to make people feel that way, so they'll take her to the end. And in my humble opinion, I do believe now we're at the point where, you know, we're questioning ourselves, why wasn't Nicole taken out when she was on the block twice? She's a former winner, and obviously it suited Enzo's game better to keep her around, but there's a reason for that, and maybe people are starting to think that they can take Nicole to the final 2 and the jury aren't going to reward a winner to win twice. Maybe it's just one of those things now where it's sort of Nicole's fighting a lost cause and people have just decided, you know what, let's just take Nicole to the final 2, because I don't think this jury are good enough to reward good gameplay, or, you know, letting a winner get to the final 2 again and saying, hey, you played a good game, let's win. I think everyone's sort of mindset is the fact of people going, okay, let's not let this winner win twice, we're going to give it to the person who is good enough to bring the winner to the final 2 and battle up against them and really have the courage and really the determination to do that. So I think right now it's going to be very, very near, or well, near to impossible for Nicole to win the game. More signs of allies having to turn on one another is lots and lots of people saying Christmas is going next week. She has to go no matter what. Memphis flipped on it, all that sort of stuff. But then Memphis and Enzo sat down and said that Nicole should be the person to go next week. But they want to still make Christmas feel uncomfortable this week, so she is on edge and she's not feeling too confident about going into the next week, which is why Enzo does want to take out Nicole, and he said that if he wins HOH, he'll put Nicole up against maybe Memphis, even Cody, just to ensure that Nicole goes out no matter what. And I think Cody would probably go along with that, because then Cody's not doing the dirty work of taking Nicole out himself, and I think ideally Cody would probably want a winner out the game, even though this winner probably wouldn't be awarded the win twice in the final 2. But lots and lots of politics going on in the house, with everyone wanting different things now, and of course, just like we said, the allies have to turn on each other, and especially when there isn't common sort of targets, or, you know, it's a difference of interests, and difference of interest obviously lead to clashes, especially when there's less and less people in the house, because when there's less people, it sort of gets diluted and you feel like you've got more power. So, you know, when there's 6 people left, you feel like you've got 1/6 of the power essentially, or you may even have the power go to your head and you feel like you're above certain people, so you may feel like you've got a half of the power. But then when someone that you're tight with, who you feel you share this power with, is wanting something else, it's going to throw you left, right and centre and totally blow up your own game and somebody else's game, and obviously only one person will come out on top in the end. Nicole has confirmed to Cody that if she wins HOH next week, she will be putting up Memphis alongside Christmas, with Christmas as the target. So if she takes Christmas out the equation, then she is officially the last woman standing in Big Brother 22 All-Stars. And also, it pretty much confirms that she will be trying to get Tyler out this week for her plans to put Christmas up next week. She is assuming that Christmas will be there next week, so definitely it's going to be take out Tyler this week, and on her agenda at least, and then take out Christmas next week. Tyler and Enzo were having small talk, with basically Enzo saying Cody is very likely not going to use the veto, and as a result Tyler will stay on the block and his days are numbered. Enzo's been totally transparent there, and I respect that a lot, because Enzo's actually managed so far to, you know, get through every single eviction with everyone believing that he wasn't actually targeting them, and he's successfully executed that with nobody really being that mad at him. And also, you know, leading on to that, I think he's realised at the point now you can't cover that up anymore, because obviously with everyone being so tight with each other, you have to come clean. So people are going to respect that a lot more, I think. So I think he's playing very, very well there, that he's being honest with Tyler. But of course, this is Tyler we're talking about. He's not going to go down without a fight. He was trying to persuade Enzo, sort of saying, you know, the jury really dislike Christmas, and that's one point you got to take into account. And also on the flip side, if Cody makes it to the final two, they believe that he will win against anybody, no matter who it is. So Tyler reassured Enzo that, you know, if Enzo took Christmas to the final two, he could beat Christmas, and if he takes Tyler to the final two, he could beat Tyler. It's not helping his game again. There was a scenario yesterday in which, you know, Tyler was telling Enzo that Christmas and himself had stuck their necks out on the line for them and tried to save Enzo last week. And do you know what? He needs to just own it as his own thing. It doesn't matter about selling somebody out at this point. You've got to say, look, it was me who stuck my neck out, not Christmas. And it's me you can beat in the final two, not Christmas, because that just gives Enzo all the more reason to keep Christmas around. So it's quite a poor move coming from Tyler, and I thought I would have expected more, really. But you never know what Tyler's got up his sleeve, and he may just be able to pull it off because it's Tyler, and you just never count him out. Tyler was analysing the jury, and he believes that the only thing the jury will really be mad about with him is the fact that he took Danny out of the game. And obviously Danny was quite flabbergasted by that move, especially with Cody taking her out. But I still think she has enough respect for Cody to make him win in the final two, and I do strongly believe that Cody does stand a brilliant chance of winning against anyone in the final two. So if the house guests have got any wits about them, they need to take Cody out sooner rather than later, or he's going to waltz onto that final two and follow in Derek's footsteps and win the game. Enzo said that if he wins the money and wins the game, obviously, he plans to travel for a year. Now, guys, I would like to throw it to you for a second. Do you guys still think Enzo stands a chance of winning the game? Do you think he has to take Cody out for himself to win? Is there anybody that he should be taking to the final two? Just let me know your thoughts on Enzo's game, because there seems to be a lot of fluctuation in opinion on Enzo's game this week, especially after the triple eviction. It's caused a lot of raucous, and people have flipped on liking Enzo, and some people like him even more. So let me know in the comment section below your opinions on Enzo's game. It was brought up that Tyler was getting very emotional at one point because he was actually sat on the floor crying to a picture of him and Angela, and I really do think he is fighting this fight for Angela because, I think Angela was the person who encouraged him to go on this season, and I think he really just wants to bring it home and win the game. And, you know, Tyler is a super fan, and I think it would mean the world to him to win an All-Star season, but it seems that dream is very, very likely getting cut short this week. To conclude everything, guys, it seems as though Tyler is going to have an absolute mountain to climb if he wants to make it out of this week alive, and Cody is very likely not going to use the power of veto at the veto ceremony. So Christmas is very likely going to make it through to next week, and Tyler's going to be the victim this week, but Christmas will very likely be taken out next week. But there's lots and lots of politics going on in the Big Brother house at the moment, of differences of interests, and it's really colliding, and it could blow things up, and things may just flip on its head before we even know it, guys. But there's lots to take into account, lots of scenarios to throw around, but this is Big Brother, so remember to expect the unexpected. That is all of your game updates for today, folks. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I hope you all have a fantastic week ahead. Hope you're all looking forward to eviction night on Thursday as we get down to the final five. Crazy times, guys. It's not long till finale night. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single individual one of you. If you can check out the description, guys, there's a few fun interactive things down there. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. And also, you can become a patron of TV Talks with Tom, guys. But I'll say it again. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.